All right. Hi, guys. Sorry we were having computer problems this morning. All right. We're on Tuesday, the orange boxes. This is in Go Math 15.1, page 519 to 520. And this part right here, we were looking at, let me pull it up here. All right, so we're talking about measurement benchmarks. So we said an inch is about the distance from your finger right here. A foot is about the same as a license plate. A bat is about 1 yard. And if you could do 1 mile if you were walking about 20 minutes. So here we said we've got Jake, and he was saying that his bat that it's 4 yards. We said that that was not reasonable because one bat is about 1 yard, and that's almost taken up about the whole length of his bike. So we said that it was just about 1 bat long. And then we can also use these customary benchmark these benchmark units here for volume. So you have a cup is about 8 fluid ounces, a pint. So for the cup, think about your measuring cups at home. The pint are like the milk that you get at school. A quart, this looks like the old-timey milk jugs. A half gallon reminds me of the containers that orange juice comes in. And then a gallon, I always think about the gallon size milk. Customary units of weight, an ounce. Think about, like, if you were holding your pencil, about how heavy that is. A pound is close to a loaf of bread. And then a car, we would measure that in tons. So we were just talking about if we had a mug of hot chocolate, we were saying that that would probably be close to around the size of a pint. And then we said grapefruit would be closer probably to about a pound. Doesn't mean it's exact, just close. All right, here we've got metric units of length. So a millimeter is real. So we're starting off really, really small, and then we're getting bigger. So a millimeter, you can see, is just a little tiny space in between there on the ruler. A centimeter, you can think about your finger going across like this. Decimeter, from your thumb to the other side of your hand. A meter is about the length of a small child, or you can look there on the door. And a kilometer, if I was walking for about 10 minutes, that would be about a kilometer. So it says, is the length of your classroom greater than or less than 1 kilometer? So if you guys that are in class, if you were walking from one side of the classroom to the other, would you be able to do that? Because look here, it says 1 kilometer is about 10 minutes. Just one link. So I walk from this wall here to that wall. Okay, so if a kilometer takes about 10 minutes of walking, we could say that this is definitely less than a kilometer. All right, here we have metric units of volume. So we have milliliter and liter. It says how much medicine is usually in a medicine bottle? About 120 milliliters or liters? What do y'all think? Okay, milliliters, good. And then you have mass. So if you're thinking about holding, like, think about what, like, if you put a dollar bill in your hand, what that would feel like versus a baseball bat. So it says about how much is the mass of a paper clip. Paper clip would be closer to what? 1 gram, about the dollar. Okay, so very, very light. All right, so we can use all these benchmark units to help us when we're deciding, which, like, I'm not going to talk about a paper clip. I'm not going to measure paper clips with a kilogram. I'm going to use gram instead. So making sure that we have the right units with the right things that we're using to measure. All right, so here, let's go to page 521. Actually, let me see. Let me go back to the agenda. Yeah, 521. We'll stop here because that's where we're going to pick up tomorrow. So you guys are going to, we're going to go on a scavenger hunt. And let me show you in the book real quick your independent work before we go on our scavenger hunt. So on page 523, you have measurement benchmarks. So you have choices. So it says the width of a computer mouse. Your choices are 2 inches or 2 feet. So just circle the one that is going to be closest to a computer mouse, and you use those benchmarks. So go back, find the section where it says inches and feet. So for a computer mouse, am I going to use the finger, or am I going to use the license plate as a benchmark? So think about that. And then also make sure you look at the number, because this is 2 inches. So it would be 2 of those fingers versus 2 of the license plate. So think about a computer mouse. What would be closer? And then circle that on here. That's 1 through 4. Next one, it says use the benchmarks to explain. So here you still have your choices, but now you're explaining the why. All right, so all of this on that page is your independent work. And then for the scavenger hunt, what you're going to do is you're going to go on a scavenger hunt, and you're going to try to find things that you can use to measure in inches, feet, and meters and yards. So here is a ruler. On your ruler, you've got inches on this side. So here from 0 to 1, here's 1 inch. So we're going to be looking around the classroom. I want everybody else to be looking around your house. What kind of things could you find that would be good to measure in inches? Versus what would be better to measure in centimeters? Okay, so a centimeter is from 0 to 1 right here, which is a lot smaller. So things that are really small would be better to be measured in a centimeter, and things that are a lot larger would be better to be measured in inches. So think about that. And then also, we're going to use a meter stick and a yard. Well, I've got a meter stick here. So a meter stick, we're going to use this, and it's real long here. So we're going to look around the classroom, and you guys look around at home. What kind of things would be good to be measuring with a meter stick? So obviously this keeps going all the way down to 39 inches. So this is a lot longer. So think about some larger things in your house or at school that would be measured and be good to use with the meter stick. Let's see. All right, when you are done with that, please go back right here to math, area, and perimeter. Make sure you check your comments if I left you one for that, to make sure corrections are done for math and that you're all caught up with math. And then you've got math from week 29. Make sure all of these are caught up. And then what I want you to do with your scavenger hunt is I want you to click the add, and you're going to post work, and I want you to take some pictures of some things that you found that would be good for the meter stick, the centimeters, and the inches. And go ahead and get started with that. And I'll try logging back into the Zoom and we'll see if we're still having any problems. Hopefully everything's gotten fixed, but thank you guys for being patient.